guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm thinking it's going to be a quicker story time. I am just going to briefly talk about how I quit nicotine. How freaking crazy is that? I have been smoking and vaping for 7 years. I started when I was 14. Crazy. And crazy that I've been doing this channel and that whole time I was smoking. So yeah, how freaking weird is that? But I quit. And so I just wanted to talk about how I did it, how I came to wanting to do it, all of these different things. So I haven't released the video yet, but I quit drinking, or in a sense, I guess I gained control of drinking. I can have a drink, I can have a beer now and not go crazy and lose my mind. Just a little disclaimer. Vaping was always something that was a reward, a stress reliever, an escape, anxiety reliever, just everything. It was everything and anything. It was like, okay, you just worked for 3 hours, go hit a vape. This was your little your reward, you're good. Now you go back in. If you're in a situation you don't want to be in, hey man, I'm gonna go take like a few hits. All right, I'm gonna come back in. Great. By the way, this is not marijuana related whatsoever. This is strictly nicotine. Marijuana is a whole different thing that I am very much so good without. Anyway, yeah, I loved smoking. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like that wasn't amazing to me, especially at that point. So you'll see in my testimony video previous to this kind of how I came to Jesus and all those fun little things. Something I didn't mention though is I felt like I had a block in my heart. So I was growing closer to Jesus, but I still had this little barrier up and I didn't know what it was and I didn't know how to break it down. And I think it was smoking. I think it was vaping. I think it was, God allowed me to take my time with it, but I was smoking. And, I don't think Jesus is the biggest fan of that. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe just not consistently. I don't know all of that about it. I just know for me, my personal conviction, God wanted me to stop. And I did not know how to stop. So I started out very small. I would not smoke when I was doing my devotional. I used to do that. I used to, that looks like marijuana, but it's not weed, I promise. It was nicotine. I used to take some hits while I was watching my devotional videos. Okay, that's what I would do, and it's not the best thing in the world, but I would do it. And so I kept praying to God, please put that on my heart to quit. He did that with drinking, and I was like, Lord, please put that on my heart to quit, because I don't want to quit. Not even in the slightest, not even kinda. It's not that bad. Not even as bad as alcohol. That changed to my brain chemicals. This is fine, blah blah blah. So I was sitting one day, 3 or 4 weeks ago, a month ago? I think it was a month ago. And I was hitting my very, very burnt coil. It was so burnt. I only had it for a week. A brand new coil. Had it for 1 week. And it was burnt to it was like a freaking volcano. It was so incredibly burnt that, I should not have been breathing it in at all, because it made my throat and my lungs hurt because it was so bad. But I just needed that nicotine little fix. I don't even think I was getting that much nicotine. The flavor was gone. It was disgusting. But I kept vaping it. And so I was sitting there, with this nasty look on my face and just so grossed out and so, why am I doing this to myself? But I still can't stop doing it at the same time. And I was getting nauseous and more nauseous. And I was like, why am I doing this? Do I need to do this? Because I don't think I need to do this. I'm pretty sure I can stop doing this. So I decided to stop. I felt like the Lord had put it on my heart. And so what I would do is I would go from 0.6 nicotine to 0 nicotine. So I'd still be vaping, but it would have no nicotine in it, because that's the essential drive is the nicotine. That's what your brain looks for mainly. That is what gives you your little and all that fun stuff. Wakes you up in the morning and puts you to sleep at night. It was a beautiful miracle little drug I would have. And so I went out to the vape shop, bought my third or fourth thing of vape juice because I just turned 21 in June, and my boyfriend kept saying, he's like, you're gonna quit right after you turn 21. Right when you can legally buy it, you're gonna quit. Well, guess what I pretty much did. Went in, bought the zero juice, started vaping it, it was good. It was fine. Then my coil started to burn, and I was like, this is not cash money. And I still felt that block in my heart. I felt a disconnect between God and I. Still, and I was like, God, I just gave up nicotine for you. Is that not enough? Like, excuse me, sir. But no, he was still putting it on my heart as, you're still choosing something over me. There is still something more important in your life besides me right now. And if you want to go, closer to me, you're going to have to get rid of it. So it's going to be 2 weeks ago, I believe. 2 weeks ago, I stopped no nicotine. And I think a week ago, I stopped vaping completely. So that's pretty freaking rad. The nicotine is completely out of my system. My lungs have recovered 40% according to my app. When I breathe in, it doesn't hurt, which is weird. I didn't know you were supposed to breathe in and it isn't supposed to hurt. I have a little bit of the smoker's flu still because my lungs are still draining out all of the nastiness. My body's getting used to it, but almost all of my urges are gone. I don't really reach for a vape anymore. Unfortunately, I have replaced the addiction with tearing up my skin on my fingers, which I used to do already, but this is 10 times worse, and I drink a lot more coffee now. But I think it's progress. I think I did pretty good. So, longest story short, it was by the grace of God that I quit. And it is honestly so incredible that I quit. I still can't believe it, that I don't have nicotine in my body anymore. Freaking crazy. Anyway, I hope that this story time was not super duper boring. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. I will see you again Monday. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed week. Wash your hands, stay safe, cover your face, Black Lives Matter, and Jesus freaking loves you. Have a good, blessed day. Goodbye.